All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, our two great kings, the gods that the King James Bible speaks of, which again, the true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, who the world of ignorance calls Christ. True name is Yahweh Shai. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down that rule well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson, hop along the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai allows it to go. I don't want to name the video. No one can heal this place. All right. When I say this place, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, I'm speaking about Babylon the Great, which is the whole land of North America. All right. And Lord Wells brothers can see on the screen, I have this article here from the Zero Hedge. It was put up today, October 28th, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And it reads, on the wrong track, this is what an imploding economy looks like. All right. And this is an article pretty much speaking about how bad things are here in Babylon the Great. How people can't afford a house. You know, people pretty much can't afford housing, period. Apartments, much less a mortgage, a house, pay a mortgage in order to own a house. People can't afford apartments, can't afford the rent, whatever. People can't pay for groceries, people can't pay for gas, all right, without it breaking the bank. And there's hundreds or maybe even thousands of videos which we speak on, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai frequently, in like every video, speak about these rant videos on YouTube of people complaining about how high things are. All right. How they can't afford gas. They have to make life decisions rather than not they're going to pay for gas or they're going to go to work that day. All right. That's the status of Babylon the Great, one of the so-called richest countries, Salakia, in the world. All right. But people are having to make life decisions. Rather, you're going to be sitting on the side of the road because they run out of gas, or they're going to starve that day. All right, that's the status of the people in Babylon the Great. That's what's going on with the people here in Babylon the Great. They're having to decide whether they're going to sit on the side of the road because they ran out of gas, or they're going to go to bed hungry that night. All right. So this place is going down, and nobody can fix it. Trump, Harris, nobody can fix it. The Most High is bringing this place down. All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is bringing this place down. All right. So the article says one of the main reasons why Americans are in such a foul mood right now, and you see it, you go out in public or whatever, you might have to go in the store or whatever, and people got just people having a real bad attitude, man. Do they have a real bad look, an angry look on their face or whatever? All right, they either look depressed or they look super angry. You can see it on people's faces. All right, especially when you go in the grocery store or whatever. All right. Says people in such a foul mood. Even at work, you go to work, people are in be in a bad mood. All right, because of how things are here in America. All right, that's the main reason why. All right, it says pretty much, well, people could be having other things going on in their life, problems under the roof or whatever, but like the article saying here, the majority of people that are in bad moods or whatever, or just look super angry all the time, is because the way things are here in America. All right, right now. All right, it says such a foul mood right now is because the economy is in really bad shape and it just keeps getting worse. This is very good news for the Trump campaign, which again, Trump's not going to fix anything. What is he going to do? Print up more money and hand it to you? All right, that ain't going to do nothing but collapse the system. What's the reason why? One of the main reasons why, we're in this inflation is so bad right now is because of all the money that they printed up and handed to people. All right, that mass money, or the mass amount of money printing they did during the time of the C-19. All right, and that helped further drive up inflation, all that mass money printing. All right, so that's one of the main reasons why we're in this predicament we're in right now. And Trump signed his name on some of those checks. All those checks, the Biden administration wasn't responsible for all those checks. Trump even signed his name on some of them stimulus checks, which that further helped tank the economy. All right. So it says again, this is very good news for the Trump campaign, which there's nothing he can do to fix this because most Americans don't want things to remain the same. And things aren't going to change. Again, how is he going to fix it? All right, the national debt is $36 trillion. All right, the infrastructure here is at the point of no return. All right, so so on and so. This is a lot. It's a lot, man. There's a lot to fix. They can't be fixed. All right. It says the desire for change is in the air, but our economy is unraveling so rapidly that it won't be easy for anyone to turn things around. They won't be able to turn things around. All right. Again, the national debt is $36 trillion. The value of the dollar is dropped. It's got to be over 95%. The value of the dollar. All right. Then on top of that, the petrodollar, now Saudi Arabia and them certain UAE nations, United Arab Immigrant Nations or OPEC nations or whatever, they've started to accept other currencies outside the US dollar. So that dominance that you had with the petrodollar is pretty much over. All right. And now BRICS is coming with their own currency. So again, this place is done, man. There's nothing nobody could do to fix it. Like Gerald Celente said, when all this fails, they take you to war. That's the only resolution, man. War. For them to go to war. All right. When things get bad, the economies and all that get bad, they go to war. And that's what's coming. All right. We have built up a tremendous amount of momentum in the wrong direction. And it appears that the months ahead are not going to be pleasant. Not at all. They're not going to be pleasant at all. They're going to get way, way worse. Doesn't matter if Trump's in there. Doesn't matter who's in there, man. All right. Things are going to get worse. And this is going in about home sales and all of that. How people can't afford to pay rent, much less have a fucking mortgage, man, to own a house. All right. I'm jump down a little bit. Speaks about commercial real estate and all of that. Jump down to the restaurant apocalypse that have written about so much. I have written about so much continues to roll on. Right, when the C-19 hit, a lot of restaurants shut down, and more restaurants are continuing to shut down. All right, check this out. Not just mom and pops either, not just family-owned restaurants. Franchises are shutting down. All right. It says, sadly, we just learned that Denny's has decided to shut down 150 locations. And Denny's is a major franchise, man. Denny's are everywhere. All right. This isn't some mom and pop business. All right. It's a franchise. All right. So they're shutting down. Right along with a lot of other of these businesses are shutting down left and right. All right. Which that's prophecy. In Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. It speaks about the doors being shut in the streets. All right. Meaning these businesses shutting down. All right. It says Diddy is closing 150 restaurants over the next year, and the 71-year-old diner chain is fueling a major change to its 24 hours, 7 days a week operations. 50 locations are set to close by the end of 2024, while the remaining 100 will shutter in 2025. Diddy announced in the earnings call Tuesday that the amount to 10th of its restaurants, leaving 1,375 locations. One completed and specifically listed of closing restaurants were immediately announced. Needless to say, a lot of these other chains are sliming down as well, right? Because not just them, there's other ones closing down too. Right now, thousands upon thousands of restaurants are being permanently closed from coast to coast. If the economy was heading in the right direction, this would not be happening, right? Like I said right here, if the economy was going in the right direction, this wouldn't be going on. All right. This wouldn't be going on if everything's so great like they're making it out to be, which is not. Things are really horrible. And I'm going to read some of these comments. Yeah, and it speaks about right here, injecting trillions of dollars into the system, which that doesn't do anything but help drive up inflation. And eventually, like all these financial experts have been saying, man, eventually that's not going to work anymore. All right. So again, what is Trump going to do? What exactly is he going? And that's the spirit, because we was talking about that yesterday at the camp. We were going to ask, some people that support Trump, what exactly do you expect him to do to fix things? All right. How is he going to fix $35-36 trillion of debt? How is he going to fix that? All right. How is he going to because he's talking about helping the small hats and all of that. He's talking about helping the small hats and them BRIC nations, the major BRIC nations like Russia and Iran and all of them, and Saudi Arabia as well. They're angry about the situation that's going on between the small hats and the Palestinians or whatever, or Lebanon or whatever. All right. So he said that he's going to full force support the small hats on whatever they want to do. And Netanyahu has already said that he's bombs away. He's not going to stop. And Trump said he's full force going to support that. So how is he going to restore relations about the petrodollar full force, get the Saudis and them other OPEC nations to come back under the petrodollar if Trump is supporting the small hats? Because again, them Arab nations like Saudi Arabia, Iran and all that are angry, and them other again Russia too are angry about how what the small hats are doing to the Arabs. All right. And they've already cut a major amount of Saudi Arabia and the other OPEC nations, again, have cut a major amount of oil that they're producing. All right. Millions of barrels of oil that they cut going back to last year. All right. So again, them BRIC nations, the major BRIC nations, are angry about what the small hats is doing. And Trump said that he's full force going to support the small hats. All right. So you think they're going to want to sit down and talk about, helping restore some of the status or restore the status of the petrodollar with Trump? No. Because again, he said he's full force with the small hats. All right. And again, them major BRIC nations like Saudi Arabia and all that, and the Arab nations that are part of BRICS and Russia as well, say they're angry about that. So how are they going to come to terms? They're not even going to want to talk to him. All right. So there's no fixing this place, man. All right, at all. It says this is very good news for Trump campaign because most Americans don't want the same to remain. All right, and this is some of the comments people have made. Things are not going to get better. They are going to get worse. It doesn't matter who wins the election. See, people are up. A lot of people are waking up. It doesn't matter, man. All right, because again, one of the major things is Saudi Arabia and the OPEC nations starting to take other currencies outside of mainly Saudi Arabia for their oil. So that was a big blow to the petrodollar. And again, Trump said he's going to support the small hats, and the Saudis are against what they're doing to them Palestinians, and Iran is too. All right, so they're not going to want to talk to him, man. All right, with him supporting the small hats, and Russia, they're angry about it too. They're not going to want to talk to him. So how is he going to fix anything? It says, agreed. In fact, this is just the comment board of this article. It says, agreed. In fact, I am convinced Trump is not the choice of. See, right. So see, people are waking up, man. Because he and his ill among key tasks that the Davos needed will be taking all the blame when the call is made on the FNG economy to pull it. Yeah, and he speaks about the petrodollar. The CBDC is here. And Trump said he's against that, but eventually he's going to cave, man. And he's not really even against that, man, because he takes orders, man. It says, I concur. I also think they believe he can sell some things better to the American people with less pushback than Harris or any Democrat. Right, so they might, he might get in or whatever, because who knows? We don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to do? All right, the Lord's going to do. He might get in, he might not. But they said this article here saying that he's going to win because he can sell the BS to people better than Harris can. Biden and Harris can. It says CBDC's massive military spending, the draft, and World War III. They believe Trump can sell that to the people better than they can. This one says, yep, he takes shit advice from shitty advisors all the time. To To his credit, this is the thing he has admitted and he did wrong in turn one. When a major financial meltdown is shoved on him, he will cave quickly on the CBDCs and bail-ins if he is told it will fix things and make people love him, right? So again, even if he is sincere, he really wants to help people, whatever. At the end of the day, he's gonna cave because again, like this guy right here with this comment said, he takes bad advice from. He's not taking bad advice. He's taking orders, man. All right, the people that are above him, his so-called advisory, his advisors or whatever, they work for the big boys. All right, the higher ups of the elites. So whatever they want, which we know the elites want the CBDC system, which is code word for the Charagma, all right, the microchip technology, all right, or whatever. They want that. And he's going to play ball. He's going to do whatever he's told to do, just like with the vaccinations, all right? Just like with the vaccinations. He's going to do what he's told because all these presidents are puppets. And he would get right back into war because it shifts from move Russia to move Iran because the small hats easily, and they be all, and they'll be all about censorship again when against college kids whining about Palestinians. Right, and again, Trump already said he don't give a shit about the Palestinians, man. All right, he supports the small hats. And again, one of the major problems America's having is a major death blow to the economy or whatever is the fact that the Saudis and other OPEC nations are taking other currencies outside of the U.S. dollar. So that dealt a big blow to the petrodollar or whatever. And again, Russia and Saudi Arabia and the other nations all are calling the small hats war criminals. But Trump said he full force supports them. So why would they sit down and talk to him? They're not. All right? They're not going to talk to him. So the Lord willing, that all for rambling, the Lord here's a Trump gets in there or whatever, they'll fix this. It's a lot, man. This place is done, man. Dead and buried. This place is dead and most I gotta bury it, man. All right. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take blames for her pains. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. And for her judgments reach unto the heavens, just lift up to the skies. And this place is time for this place to be judged, man. And that's why things are happening in the way it's happening. Why things are so bad here, because the Most High, before he completely and utterly destroys it, he's going to bring this place down. All right, bring the economy down, bring everything down. All right, cause all type of chaos to happen here before before the Heavenly Father destroys it. All right, thus says the King James Bible. And again, there's no healing in this place. Doesn't matter which one comes off, man. It doesn't matter. All right. On the wrong track, this is what an imploding economy looks like. This place is going to explode. The world this economy is going to get away real soon. All right, because it's all a part of the plan. This is all a part of the plan. Like I've said, through the spirit of Bobby Abashim Yahushua before. All right, to make the people suffer. So when they bring the Charagma, people will be more willing to accept it. It doesn't matter if they get in office. They're all going to push the higher agenda, all right, which we know what they want, all right. The people microchip, that's what they want, all right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash, double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you, brothers, that push this truth and sincerity. With that, I'm going to say shalom.